What's up? What's up? What's up? Anybody watching? Can you hear us? Can you see us?
Live from 36th Street, One Step Prep, right
Miami-Dade.
Here we go.
Live in the 305.
Beautiful Miami. How's everybody doing today?
We're on Facebook. We're on YouTube. We're on Instagram over here. If you can hear us, let me know. If you can't hear us, let me know. If you can see us or can't, let me know.
We're going to be cranking it up in another maybe 3 minutes. Joe, 11 o'clock, right?
Yeah, another few minutes. 3
minutes.
Another
few minutes. So anyway, the lines are open. Anything that you want to ask.
Yeah, call away. Phone numbers.
Just give us a call.
Let me type it in here so everybody can see it. 1-888-778-1441.
That's it. Yeah, just give us a call. We're going to be talking today about, our background experience, a little bit about training. So if you have any question, any concern, just give us a call. All right? Let's get together here. Beautiful morning in Miami.
Give us a call. Right, I posted the phone number in the chat, 1-888-778-1441. Or you can just, if you don't want to, call in or whatever, you could type it in the comments section.
Yeah.
And we'll answer it that way. So anyway, a few more minutes here. We'll get going. Full swing. If you have questions now, send them in. Let us know what your questions are.
Yeah. Any question that you have, just, send it in. Give us a call. We are live here, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, for everybody. Let's get together.
Instagram.
Let's have a beautiful
Instagram. Hey, this is our first live feed
chat this morning. Yeah. What is it?
From this office.
Oh, yes.
It's our
we're in the new office, huh?
It's our first.
I hope you guys like it. Yeah, this is going to be our first live video here in
this new office. Yeah.
Beautiful.
Very nice. What do you guys think about the new office? Have you seen any video, any pictures, we need to post more stuff about that, more pictures.
Do you have it? You already posted it?
Yeah, I think we have a video or two out.
I'm going to post a new one, I guess.
We need to put something new up. Hey, if you know
anybody,
right, that's looking to work in a highly energized environment, we're hiring right now. So we need a full-time receptionist. We need a full-time video production crew member.
Yeah.
So send the emails.
Resume.
With your resume, send it to myself.
You can send it to
there it is. You can send it to Juan as well.
Yeah.
There it is, right there. Send it to either one of those two emails, and we'll make it happen, man.
Make it happen. Imagine, working with us here, with Joe and I here in Miami, in beautiful, 305 here in Miami. Excellent. Imagine working with us. It's gonna be fun. We're gonna have
good time, man.
It's a good time.
It's a good time here in this office.
It's gonna be Monday to Friday, right, Joe?
Yeah.
Monday to Friday, 9 to 5.
Yeah.
So
that's the deal. That's the
deal right there. And then give us a call so we can negotiate your pay.
Yeah. Money. How much money?
All right.
How much money do you need, man?
That's it. So that's right.
So all right, cool. Let's see.
So it's already 10:59. 1 more minute, and we go live. All right. Remember, just give us a call. Any concern that you have, all right? So we can answer your questions or your doubts, anything. All right. So again, for the people, I guess who just tune in, we're gonna be talking about our background experience. We're gonna, talk about a little bit of, training also.
Training in our background.
Training in our background. That's it.
Yep.
And if you have any other concern, it's okay. Bring it in.
Call.
We're here. We're here to answer your concerns. All right.
Yep. That's it, man. That's it.
If you have any initial recurring coming up, give us a call so we can help you out, so we can guide you guys, the right way. Joe and I, we're here all the time. Remember, it's free. We're not going to charge you for that. All right.
Give us a call. Send us an email. Let us know what's going on. Initial, recurrent, upgrade. Like whatever you got going on.
Whatever you need. Yeah,
whatever you have going on.
If you need a pre-oral.
Let us know.
If you want to get ready for your oral, give us a call. We're here.
So we can guide you.
Airbus. Remember Airbus 737 Classic NG. All right. So just give us a call. All right. Anything.
All right. What time is it?
It's already 11 o'clock. 11:01. Okay. So now let's crank it up. All right. So Facebook, YouTube, Instagram. My boys in Instagram. All right. Here.
What's up?
We're live.
What's up? All right. So, hey, look, we're on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram right now. If at any point you can't hear us, can't see us, let us know. Type it in the chat. Call us on the phone. Phone number is in the chat. 1-888-778-1441. Hope you're doing great. Hope you're doing great right now. And what we're going to be talking about is our background, our aviation background,
yes.
How we got into doing what we're doing, basically. And then in addition to that, any questions you have training related. Yeah, we're gonna cover that. So whose background do you want to hear first? We're just
Joe and I.
We're gonna do a free for all here, man.
Whatever you want.
Yeah, we're gonna do
mine might be a little bit longer, so we're gonna leave Joe first, right?
All right,
so Joe to go first here.
Yeah, so let me tell you a little bit about my flying, my background and stuff like that. So look, I basically I started on Cessna 172s, Piper Warrior.
Here we go again. 172, Joe.
Right. So I started, just like all you all.
We all started everybody. 172 or 152, right?
Yeah.
152, what is it?
It was a 152.
152.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
It was a 152. I was 13 years old. Okay. Some of you are wondering how long has Joe been in the flying game? Since I was 13 years old. All right, you can guess my age right now.
Well, you started earlier than me, Joe.
So, okay, well,
13? Woo!
13, yeah.
That was my first. You already bit me there.
That was my first flying lesson. Look, I come from a family of aviation background. My dad's an electrical engineer. He's in the aviation game as well.
Avionics, right?
And avionics. Yeah, he does avionics.
Like myself. Yeah.
My sister's a flight attendant, and then of course you all know myself, and pilot, instructor, etc. So, look, I started at 13. I started at a small mom and pop shop, man, right on Merritt Island, Florida.
I like that.
Mom and pop. I started a little school called Voyager Aviation. If anybody from Voyager is watching this, what's going on to the Voyager Aviation, Merritt Island, Florida? That's where I started flying. It was in a 152. I was 13 years old. And basically, I just fell in love with the whole thing, right? By 14, I had a job washing airplanes. And the reason I was washing planes at 14 was for two reasons. Number one, exposure to the airport environment. There were people that owned airplanes, and I need hours, man. So I was there on the airport, right? And I'm getting any exposure that I can get to somebody who owns an airplane. I was there.
3 hours.
And get some free time. Yep.
Free time. So you have to build your hours. Now it's going to be a little bit harder.
Now, yeah. And so, and then here's the other thing too, right? When I was washing airplanes, I was making some money. So any money that I had, I started at 13. I'm washing airplanes by 14 at my flight school. And all that money that I'm earning washing planes, I'm reinvesting it back into going flying even more. And I would even freelance. I wash anybody's airplane, your car, whatever, just to get a couple bucks.
Give me a couple of hours.
So I could get some hours. Yeah. So that was the whole reason really for me being there. And then, I got my private pilot license there. And then I ended up going to Florida Institute of Technology. That's in Melbourne, Florida, if any of you know where that's at. Right. And earn my instrument, my commercial, etc., all that stuff. And in the process, I work for a company that maybe you all know if you're in local South Florida or Central Florida area, which is Bear Air, washing airplanes over there, which has since been sold. They're now called Apex Aviation. But anyway,
close to Orlando.
It's close to Orlando. If you go, it's basically Orlando straight east and a little bit south, right on the coast there. Yeah. And I was there. Washing planes, 135 charter. Was fortunate enough that only on Part 91 flights, I would try to ride along, and I would get any exposure I can, any knowledge I could absorb, any pilot I could network with. I would be there doing that. And so once I did that, this is the thing about networking. I know a lot of you know this already. Networking is how important would you say networking is?
Oh man, it's very
in aviation.
Yes,
man, it's
very important.
You've heard the term before.
Yeah.
You've heard the term before. Let me put this over here so we can see everybody. You've heard the term before. It's not what you know; it's who you know.
Yeah. Right.
That's true. To a certain extent. Obviously, you got to have some knowledge, but you got having a. But
unfortunately, that's the way it is.
Having a good network is a big part of the deal. So. Anyway, networking, man. Networking was a big part. So a lot of the time I was there, I was washing airplanes, and it was for various reasons. One of them, of course, to make some money, to get free hours if I could get them, and also for the networking opportunities. And so one of those opportunities was a 135 charter company that flies Merlins out of Fort Lauderdale. Okay. If you don't know what a Merlin is, it's a King Air competitor, basically, is what it is. Fast. Right, I really enjoyed flying it. I flew the Merlin and later the Metroliner for basically about 3 years. And then look, I wasn't involved in really any training at that point. But later on, I got hooked up with a 142 flight center. And listen, we've worked for how many 142 schools have we worked for? You think?
Man,
I don't even
pretty
know.
much
A lot,
all of them
man.
over here.
I mean,
in Miami,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anybody in Miami, Florida? Look, we're talking about Pan Am, FTI,
Boeing,
Airbus, Alliance, Aerostar. Who else is a 142 out here?
Global One.
Global One training.
One
We've done
Orlando,
stuff with Global One, with Orlando.
Yeah.
Airlines wise, we've done work with, I don't even know how many airlines.
A lot of airlines.
A lot of
we're
different
continuing,
airlines.
Working with the airlines. So we have a lot of experience,
We're doing courses
in that field.
Spanish and English. We've traveled to South America.
Yeah, para nuestros amigos
Latinos,
huh? We do it in both, huh? Los dos idiomas, inglés y español, huh?
That's it, man.
English and Spanish. So
ambos idiomas.
Sí. Yeah.
So anyway, it's one of these things that I got started in the training, and initially it just started as seat support. I was in the 737 NG sim. I was flying a Metro, and I was also doing a little bit of seat support on the side. I wasn't doing a whole lot of training yet, and slowly what I realized was I had a passion for training, right? And this was about close to 8 years ago that this whole thing went down and it happened like that. And the bottom line is that from seat support, I went to ground school. From ground school, I went to full flight sim. Make a long story short, now I have about 4,700 hours of dual instruction given in 737 simulators. 4,700 hours.
And Airbus, right?
And Airbus as well.
Airbus, come on, man.
So
you're not going to leave the Airbus. You're not going to leave the Airbus away.
47 is only the 7.3. So and my Airbus time, I haven't really tallied all that up. I don't know how much Airbus sim instruction time I have, but anyway, it's probably
plenty. Now he's the best.
Yeah, so. I don't know how much it is. It's probably about somewhere at the halfway point of that. So, but anyway, overall, it's just like a lot of sim time, and people are like asking me, how is it that before I commit the error, you already know what I'm going to do? It's like, man, I've been doing this for a long time, brother.
Yeah. And this is what we do every day.
That's what we do every day. So it's every day we're in this training game doing this stuff. So send in your questions. That's more or less a little bit about myself, my background. Right now, obviously full-time, one-step prep, flying for a major carrier as well. I'm on the A320 at the moment. And also training 737, NG Classic, Airbus 320. Anything you need, initial recurrent prep, right? 3-day course to 7-day course, more customized if you need it, pre-orals. And whatever we can do for you, we're here. And you know that, hey, this is all we do, brother and sister. This is what we do, man. So
this is what we do every day.
Yep.
So that's what it is, man.
What about you, JD? What's going on with you, man?
Oh, man, we have to go back a little bit, few years back,
He's been in the game, man, for quite some time.
Yeah, I started in 89, actually. 1989, when I graduated from high school. I went to college, then university. I graduated as an electronic engineer, and then I went to like an avionics field, like his dad,
Yeah.
So I started in Pan Am, the old Pan Am in 1989, and then I became, I was the director of avionics, in San Francisco. Then I came down to Miami. I was here in Miami to 91 when they closed down, and then I started my pilot's career in 1991. It was, my first one was a 707 with Millionaire.
91.
1991.
He goes back further than me, man.
1991, 707. 707 for the people, for the old timers, all young guys, So I got some, young people that they like 707s, So I got a few hours on the 707s, like 5,500 hours, and then I went from that one to the 727s.
Yep.
I flew from Miami Air, 727, like 1,200 hours. Then we went to a DC-10. To the DC-10, we went to an MD-11s, and now, like Joe was saying,
full-time training.
Airbus and 737 Classic and NG. During that time, I started actually doing training. I always liked training. I always been, like in the training department. I always got that, that feeling. I like to train. I like to teach. I have what it takes. I have patience. I like to talk to people. Make it happen. Got you guys in, whatever it takes for you to pass. That's what we do here. That's why we're good. We like what we do. That's the most important
thing. Love it, man. We love. Can you tell by this energy, man? We love this training.
We like this stuff, So I've been in the training business, actually teaching like for the past maybe like 17 years actually. So the same thing like Joe. We've been teaching in Pan Am, Airbus,
Boeing, Alliance,
Boeing,
FTI,
FTI, for the Navy. I teach
Global One, yeah,
Global
Navy,
One,
military contracts,
military contracts for the Navy.
got
here.
to South America.
So,
I mean, you name it.
yeah.
Private BBJ. There's some BBJ operators that we've done some training for.
Sure,
just private individuals. We work
Airlines,
exclusively
the
with
same
their
thing.
crew.
You name all the airlines. So then, after that, we just got hooked up together here. So
That's
now
it.
you got the best of the best.
That's it, man.
So that's how One Step Prep. We should tell them how One Step Prep came out.
How did One Step Prep come about, man? How did these videos? How did these? Let me give a shout out to these guys that are following us. Captain John, what's going on, man? Thanks for tuning in. Ayush Sharma from New Delhi. What's happening, Ayush? Thanks for tuning in. Appreciate you there, brother, man. Anybody else on the Facebook, on the Instagram? Over here. Appreciate all you guys following us over here. If you can't hear or see us anything at any time, let me know so we can go ahead and
question that you
address
have, hey, give us a call. Remember, anything doesn't have to be related. We're just giving you a little bit of a background experience.
That's it.
During the pilots and stuff and
what our training experience is.
So
yeah.
But if you have any concern, anything, just and it doesn't have to be related to the training. Hey, we're here to help you in anything that you need, huh?
Yep.
So just give us a call.
So let's talk about Alex, what's going on, brother? Appreciate you tuning in on Instagram. Ayush over here. We got YouTube going as well. Appreciate everybody tuning in. What's happening? Hope everybody's day is going great. We're live from the 305. If you're in Miami, if you're in the Miami and you want to be right here live with us, come walk through our office right here.
And we're in 36th Street, close to Pan Am Fly Academy. You know where the IHOP is?
Right
next to IHOP. From IHOP.
Yep.
So, we're close by anyway.
That's where you're going to find us.
Yes, sir.
Yep. Right across from, there's a couple MROs out here as well. Aerotrust.
Yeah. We actually cross the street from Aerotrust, right?
Yeah. There's another one out here that AAR.
AAR.
Yeah. AAR. I'm sorry. So that's it. What's going on, man? Alexander 809, wave to you as well. Hey, so if you have questions, call us. Okay, the phone number is 1-888-778-1441. You will be heard live, so make sure you understand that. Also, if you don't want to chat live, no worries. You can type in your comments, your questions into the chat. And we're talking today a little bit about our background. We're also talking today about training. Anything that's related, any questions you have, anything that's training.
Operation and maintenance, right, Joe?
Yeah.
Both. We do both, huh?
Whatever you have, bro.
Whatever you need, huh? We also be,
let us know.
Maintenance training. We also do maintenance training for you guys. Anything that you need. System course or farm course, level 1, 2, 3, 40 hours, 80 hours, 120 hours. Avionic course. Yep. Engine run up and taxi, you name it, we here.
Yeah.
All right.
Hey, so let me Jackie, what's up, Jackie? What's going on? Hey, so Juan said something earlier about like how we got going in training, and we both I kind of stumbled into training, not intentionally. Like I never thought, I'm going to train. I want to be a great instructor. That wasn't my deal. My deal was I'm gonna just fly, and I really didn't have training on my mind until I stumbled into flying seat support in a level D sim. At which point I started to figure out that
you like it.
That I love it. I'm passionate about it, and then that we have the ability basically to communicate knowledge effectively, right? And so this is where I go back to what makes, by our definition, a good instructor. Yeah. And so like for us, I think it's two things that we always look at. One is the instructor knowledgeable. Like, does he or she know the material well? And then the other part is, can they deliver it effectively? Like, can they extract it and beam it across to you? You see what I'm saying? Because maybe you saw the 1 minute tip before where I was talking about, like, if you have 100,000 pounds of gold and it's in the center of the earth, what's it worth to you? Nothing. You can't get to it.
Yeah, we see a lot of instructors. They've been flying. They have 20,000 hours.
Yeah,
they are instructors, but they cannot deliver. The product.
The product. Yeah. And so this is the whole thing. There's a lot of instructors out there that are super knowledgeable, super experienced. Right, they've been flying. It's not their first rodeo. Been around a long time. The problem is it's trapped. They got to extract it, and so. Like one of the things that we just finished up recording is 1Step Prep University, which we actually have Alliance Aviation. Shout out to you guys if you guys are watching Alliance. They're on that One Step Prep University platform. But basically, look, what it is, if you're an instructor, maybe you have some interest in this, what are some of the methodology that Juan and I use to extract data and effectively get it across to our students? So that's just one of the things that, we just recorded. And it's important for those of you that are instructors.
If you like to teach,
be
watching these videos, it should be coming out. Well, maybe like in a couple of weeks.
Not even. Start of
like
September. I guess it's a couple of weeks. It's
like a couple
what's today's date? I don't even know today. The 23rd.
Today's the 22nd.
22nd,
23rd.
23rd. Yeah.
Already.
Yeah. So in September we'll have it available.
It should be available. Yeah, for all the instructors. If you like to teach, it's an excellent course.
Yeah.
We actually touch very nice points.
Yeah.
For instructing.
Everything from how we greet the student on day one, and then the training footprint that we lay out for them, how we track their progress, if they're not progressing normally, how we would address that, and then any type of what if scenario that could potentially come up. We always do that. So,
and what's a funny thing, Joe? I know this. A lot of time when all these 145 training, school. Every time we're teaching, when they have problem with the student, they always dump it on us here. Hey, if you have problem or if you didn't pass, hey, who should we call? Give it to Joe and Juan.
Yeah.
And we actually,
so that
go through with the students.
Yeah, that goes back to this question, like, how do we start doing the videos and stuff like that?
Yeah.
So we were basically. How would I say this? We were given the title of like the low time pilot fixer uppers.
That's it.
We're the low time pilot fixer uppers.
Yeah,
because like what would happen is we would always get these students that had maybe 250 hours or something, and then they would have issues with whatever, whether it be systems related or V1 cut or like call outs, aircraft.
And the problem is the instruction. You see, a lot of these instructors they have 20,000 hours, but they cannot deliver. The training.
Yeah, they
you
can't.
See, that's why
that's what happens.
We are pretty good, what we do. We have patient, we use different techniques.
Yeah. Different methodologies.
So you get it. Yeah.
Right. And so like what we would always do is like just break it down, spoon feed, give you a good paint by number solution to what your issues are. And so that's how we became, like I said, low time pilot fixer uppers. And so now, even now at One Step Prep with what we do, it's constant 250-hour pilots that call us that need assistance. And I don't mind, the whole thing is adaptability. And that's why part of the first thing I do when we start working with you is what's your background? Because if you got 20,000 hours in a moon landing, I'm going to be teaching you a little bit differently than if you only had, 250 hours. So, but that's one of the things that we're good at doing. We're like chameleons. You know what I'm saying? We're chameleon like, man. We adapt to whatever. Whether you have 200 hours, 250.
You have 5,000 hours. You have 20,000 hours.
Oh, you got
20,000. We have a lot of pilots that they come for recurring with us here. And they say, hey, you know what? Thanks to you guys, I learned in these 16 hours more than the past 10 years.
Yeah. We ought to do a video of like reading through our emails that we get of all the thank yous and stuff like that.
Very nice.
Actually, that's good.
Thank everybody.
Yeah, thanks for sending those in, man. What's up, man? We got Adesanyos. Whoa, what's going on, brother? Thanks for sending in a wave on Instagram, on YouTube, on everything. Appreciate you all looking at us, following us here live. If you got questions, call us. It's 1-888-778-1441. And you're going to listen. If you're also in Miami, if you are in Miami right now,
come down here.
Come walk through the door so we can put you live on camera. You're going to be sitting right here with the J&J team, man. Yeah. So that's it, man. So going back to this whole thing, I started, like I said, at 13 years old. Everybody's, a lot of people ask me, when did I start flying? And it was basically when I was 13. And I never knew at that point that I was going to be doing training necessarily. Yeah. But make a long story short, that's kind of the path we ended up taking. And all of it, all of it really stemmed from a little bit of experience that I got in a level D sim, fell in love with it, and then figured out that I'm extremely passionate about teaching, communicating knowledge. We got hooked up together, Juan and Joe. We now, became the J&J team. And basically the video deal was all born out of, we got so many requests. Right. You know, as I mentioned, we were the low-time pilot fixer-uppers, right? So everybody's requesting Joe. Everybody's requesting Juan. And I'm talking about at every flight academy we've worked at. We've worked at Pan Am. We've worked at FTI. We've worked at Alliance. We've worked at Aerostar, Boeing, Airbus, Global One training for various airlines. We've traveled internationally, do ground schools.
That's another thing. A lot of the airlines, you know, actually the pilots,
yeah,
you know, they give us a call. Hey, can you do our recurrent training? You know, we just want Juan. We just want Joe. You know?
Yeah.
Are they available?
Yeah. And so then the whole thing is like, out of so many requests that were coming in, we couldn't keep up. We just couldn't keep up, you know. And my wife is like, man, I don't even, you know, where are you at, man? You've been gone forever doing all this training stuff. So we just had a lot of demand, and the best way for us to clone ourselves
because that's the word right there
is with the video stuff, brother, sister. Right. So that's basically what we did. And the whole 1-Step Prep deal was born. And really, it's just so we can multiply ourselves and get out there and deliver the quality instruction that everybody, you know, needs and deserves both, you know. So give us a shout. We're doing a webinar at 2 p.m. So in there, we're covering different topics like what are some reasons that you would not pass a checking event. Some reasons you would not pass a checking event. So that's going to be at 2 p.m. If you're not a member yet, you can check out 1StepPrep.com. Join before 2 p.m. And some of you are flying. I got a couple emails about, hey, Joe, we're not going to be able to attend the webinar. We're going to be flying. We can't watch you guys.
Well, they can go back and watch it, right?
So go back and watch it. Like this video right now, go back and watch it. You know, a lot of people that are out flying today, or maybe you're training or whatever, we understand that. Come back and watch us later on. Go back and watch the webinar later on. And that's it, man. We record it. It goes in the library online. So you can always go back anytime you want and watch it.
And just give us a call. Anything that you want to know, just give us a call.
Yeah.
We're here live right now.
So
we're just waiting for you.
Waiting for you.
Look at who's here.
What do you think about this rubber chicken, man?
What's wrong with this chicken? Oh, you guys don't. Hey, they don't know the story about the chicken.
Also, if you're into the video production game, or you know anybody that is, or you're a you know somebody who could be a good receptionist or whatever, anybody who you think would be highly energized, motivated, good mojo, you know, wants to come work with us with J&J team here in Miami,
36th Street. Yeah,
come check us out. We're right here para todos los latinos también. Si nos están mirando. Si conocen a alguien que quisiera ser recepcionista aquí con nosotros, con Juan y Joe Muñoz aquí 1-Step Prep.
Que trabajen en producción, ¿no?
En producción, sí, haciendo videos, montaje de videos, etcétera. Estamos aquí buscando en Miami, es un puesto
sí, señor.
De lunes a viernes.
De lunes a viernes de 9 a 5 de la tarde.
Monday to Friday, 9 to 5.
Y estamos cerca aquí de la academia de Pan Am Fly Academy y IHOPS, el restaurante IHOPS que nos queda aquí a la izquierda. Estamos a cruzar de la calle de ellos. Y al frente tenemos Aerotrust.
All the MROs. Steven, what's going on, brother? Appreciate you on the
ahí en la
Instagram.
puerta tenemos el sign bien grande. Ya estamos terminando. La oficina debe estar ya terminada completamente. Yo creo que ya para el lunes estamos ready to go. Lunes, martes, ya tenemos todos los signs en la puerta. So we should be pretty much ready to go by Tuesday, right?
Tuesday,
Joe, maybe.
I think by Tuesday.
Maybe by Tuesday, Wednesday, you're going to see all the signs on the windows.
On the windows,
you know?
Yeah. So, if you don't speak Spanish, man, what's going on right now? Is he saying next week, Tuesday? We're essentially moved in right now. This is a brand new office here. We just moved. Same building. We were upstairs. Yeah. We moved into this office downstairs.
This one is bigger now. We need more space. You know, for what we're doing.
What we're doing. So it's a lot larger space, but you know, we should be basically fully moved in. I think by Tuesday next week.
Tuesday we should be ready to go.
When I say that, I'm talking about signs and everything on the windows, brother, sister, man. We're you know, if you drive down 36th Street, you will not miss us. If you are in 305, we're live in the 305. Come right now. So you can be live on video here with us right now in Miami, Florida. So the show today was basically about our background, starting from day one of me flying. I was 13 years old. I flew a 152 out of Merritt Island Airport, right, which is basically in Central Florida, East Coast actually, and all the way through my training background now, which is full-time instruction, A320 pilot for a major U.S. carrier here. And so that's it, man. That's the whole thing. We've taught for 142, every 142 training center basically that you could think of,
and a lot of airlines. So we have a lot of experience. You know, Joe and I, we have a lot of experience on the training field. You know, so we're here to help you guys. Anything, you know, any question that you guys have, you know, initial recurrent training. If you have anything coming up soon, give us a call. Don't wait to the last minute. Huh?
Yeah.
Watch. They should be watching our web. Oh, we have a lot of stuff on the website, right?
Yeah, we do. Yeah,
we also have it in Spanish now.
A lot of stuff, man. A lot of stuff.
A lot of new training videos. You know.
The whole website's been translated. Those of you that speak Spanish, if you go
Spanish speaking, para la gente en español, sí, cierto, papi.
Sí, todo está ahorita lo tenemos todo en español en la página. So there's a button that says Spanish courses, right? Dice ahí Spanish courses, seleccionas ahí y toda la página se va a cambiar.
La página se va a cambiar a español.
A español, okay? Sí, para
ahí tenemos todo en español para nuestra gente latina, all right? So English speaking now, all right? We have a lot of new stuff on the
website.
On the website, so check it out. You know, any question, bring it on. You know, that's what we hear, all right?
Yeah,
we're talking about our background experience, like Joe was saying.
Yep.
You know, we have plenty experience on aviation.
So
anything that we can help you guys, you know,
let us know.
Give us a call.
Let us know what we could do. We're doing in about what time is 11:30? Yeah, we got about at 2 p.m. So 2 p.m. reasons why you would not pass a checking event.
That would be a good discussion.
You would not. Why you would not pass an oral? Why you would not pass a check ride?
Okay. Oh, I forgot my big pen.
Oh yeah, where's the big pen, man? We don't have. We got the chicken. Where the chicken? Hey, do you like this chicken thing that we do over here? I know, we do things a little bit,
different, crazy,
out of the box or whatever. But what do you think about this chicken business?
Man. The idea is to relax the student. That's one of the things that we teach the instructor. Human factor. The student needs to be relaxed. The mind has to be open so they can observe everything we're gonna deliver.
Yeah,
trust me, it's a lot of good stuff.
Yeah,
but that's why we use this chicken. Have fun,
Yeah,
and that's why we're good.
If you show up to sim or ground school or whatever, you know how like you show up to the first flight and you're like you're gonna meet the captain or the first officer and you're like, let me see who I'm flying with and what I'm in for the next 3, 4, 5 days or whatever you're with this person, right? It's like with the instructors, the same thing. It's like, what instructor do I have? Because how are these sim sessions going to be?
That's one of the first questions everybody asks. Who should I have? What's going to be the instructor? Who's the instructor going to be?
Everybody's panicking about who it is. Who's the examiner?
Who's the examiner? Yeah, that's true.
What should I expect?
That's true. It's true.
Yeah. So the whole thing with that is like, I think I mentioned earlier, we recorded 1Step Prep University. That's basically for instructors. One of the things I was talking about there is how first impression is everything. You know what I mean? First, setting the tone, right? You set the tone in the cockpit. You got to set the tone in the classroom environment. In the classroom for ground school, whether you're doing it or even in the sim, right? Set the tone in the sim. Because the whole thing is like maybe you've done this already before in the past, or maybe you haven't. If you haven't, you'll get it soon, I'm sure. Where you're confronted with an instructor that you just feel like you can't really communicate with them. They're very overbearing. Or maybe they're, you know what I mean? So this is one of the things.
That's one of the things we're going to be talking at 2:00 anyway.
Exactly.
And that's one of the barriers you guys don't pass sometimes.
Yeah. Part. The whole thing is communication on the instructor's part. That's really what it is. So, but Juan and I are very accountable. Look, if you come here and you train with us and you don't have success, it's our fault. Okay, that's the main thing, man. If you come here and you don't have success with J&J, right, we're going to take full accountability for that, man. That's our fault because clearly we didn't communicate something to you. I mean, that's the only. If you come here and train or watch our videos and you don't have success, clearly we didn't get some piece of information that you needed.
And trust me, we're good at it. We have what 100% passing grade.
Yeah, man,
100%.
That's why we're the type rating.
Thank God.
We're the type rating clinic.
Thank God, yes.
Did you see that we put out the other day and saying we were the type rating clinic, man? We should. I think that's our
I
new.
Like that. I like that.
What do you think about that? 1Step.
What do you think? Which name?
That's our slogan. Like our tagline.
Do you like that one?
The type rating.
New one? If you have a new one, bring it in.
The type rating clinic. The low tide pilot fixer uppers.
Fixer uppers.
That was something we just thought up today, actually. So anyway, but hey, and 2 p.m. we got 2.5 hours. We're going live again in a webinar. It's reasons you would not pass a check ride. So we're going to be there. Check that out. If you're not a member already, that's basically how you would get access to that. You could join with a video. You could join with a webinars package only. Like whatever you want to do
for the members.
Yeah. Whatever. However, you wanna skin that cat right there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean. So,
and if you have any problems, remember, any problem, if you have any recurring coming up, just give us a call. Remember, okay? I keep saying the same thing. Remember, if you have any recurring coming up, or if you're doing an initial, give us a call. Don't wait until the last minute. All right. If you have problem with your instructor right now, if they changing instructor too many times, that's a biggie right there. We're going to be talking about that at 2 p.m. Like Joe was saying. So give us a call. We can guide you, the right direction. So
that's it, man.
That's why we're here.
Cool. Hey, we're going to go back to, we have a couple things left to finish up for One Step Prep University. That's going to be out September, right? Yeah.
Yeah. The first week of September.
Yeah. So we don't have too much more time for that. So that's basically a course for instructors. We're going to get that wrapped up and sent out to you guys. And then stay tuned for some more 1-minute tips. Okay. We got a video on flight director tracking that we just finished up. We're going to shoot that out on YouTube. It's a free video. Super good quality video that basically talks about, for those on Instagram watching over here, the importance of tracking the flight director. And what we see with lack of tracking the flight director, a lot of times we find students, pilots, that have a hard time due to lack of tracking the flight director. And if you cannot track it in level flight, like 3,000 feet, like let's say we give you a heading, right? Okay, flight heading 360, maintain 3,000. Right, it boils down to a couple things: lack of scan, lack of proper flight director tracking. All we got to do is throw in a single engine ILS approach,
and that's it. Yeah, you're done.
And that's it. If you can't do it from the basis, right, just very basic flight director tracking at a level altitude, easy on a heading. By the time you start coming in for a single engine ILS approach, remember on an ILS it's a cone, right? So the closer you get to the runway,
the sensitive is going to be
the more sensitive it becomes. You agree? So, that's a big problem area. We have people that, listen, the V1 cut is not a problem area, right? Usually when we do remedial sessions, it's not for a single engine, the V1 cut that happens right on the takeoff roll.
Go around.
It's usually, exactly. It's either the go around, single engine go around, or it's a single engine ILS approach. So a lot of that really has to do with proper flight director tracking. And generally there, if you've never tracked a dual Q flight director, okay, maybe you have worked with a flight director, but it was a single Q. But if you haven't done
the bars,
if you haven't done those 2 crossbars like that, you're going to run into some problems. So we recorded a video on that, and it's been edited, nice high quality video. It's a free video, man. It's going to be out on YouTube. It'll be on the Facebook page, on the Instagram. It'll be on Twitter. It'll be everywhere. So go ahead and check that out, man. It's a video that. Make sure you look at it before you come to training. And you're going to love that video, man. It's a lot of good stuff that we have there. So, cool. Any other questions before we wrap this up?
For the Spanish speaking, para la gente en español, mi gente en español, ya también pusimos el preoral en español, ¿cierto? Del 737 clásico, ¿cierto? Clásico. El video en español del 737 clásico, el preoral, ya está subido, está en la página. Que nos lo han pedido mucho. Ahora vamos a sacar el NG y el Airbus también.
El 320 en español.
Ya lo tenemos, ¿cierto? Ya lo tenemos. Vamos a hacerle unos arreglitos, unos updates para que se vea más lindo para ustedes.
¡Eso!
Ya tenemos el del Airbus, el A320, tenemos el del clásico, nos falta el NG, ¿cierto?
Sí, el NG en español.
El NG en español, el preoral. Estamos trabajando ahora en los sistemas, ¿ok?
Sí.
Que ya
hablando todo más bien detallado.
Bien detallado en los sistemas. Yeah, we were talking about in Spanish over here for the English-speaking guys.
Yeah.
All right.
Bueno, tenemos a Carlos Manuel de Costa. Dímelo, Carlito, ¿qué tal, Carlos?
Carlos, háblanos, llámanos.
What's up, man? On YouTube, Carlos, what's going on, brother?
Man.
¿Qué tal, Carlos? ¿Todo bien? Tranquilito.
¿Qué necesitas? ¿Te podemos ayudar en algo? What do you need? You need any help? Give us a call, man. Preguntas.
Dudas, whatever. Let us know.
Hey, mi gente en Perú, ¿dónde están los peruanos?
Los peruanos, los colombianos, los panameños.
Todo el mundo, ¿cierto?
Everybody, man. How long have we been going here? 30, 40 minutes?
20 minutes, yeah. We're talking about in Spanish here about, some of the stuff that came out new. We're working now on system. Actually, we're going on details on the systems, schematics on the 7.3 Airbus, Classic and NG. So, so that's going to be excellent.
Expect that. It's just so much stuff. This is part of the reason why, if
that's why we're hiring.
Yeah, we're hiring right now.
Somebody to help Joe here, with the...
We need video production crew.
What actually do they need, Gabby? Can we let them know actually in detail what type of what are you looking for actually?
If you have worked in a video environment, okay, or
because that might help.
Yeah, if you understand editing, green screen, anything to do with cutting and pasting and generating images and stuff like that. Video production, that's the bottom. Any background that you have, just send it in to me. The email's there in the chat. And then also if you know anybody that would like to be a receptionist, or maybe yourself. I don't know, man. We don't know what your situation is. Whatever. Yeah. Look, if you want to come work here with J&J and be here,
man. It's going to be fun. I'm telling you.
Live in the 305.
There's no time card here, so don't worry about it. You ain't going to be click. No.
We don't do the punch time card,
We don't do none of those.
You come in here, do your thing, do your deal, man. Have fun and relax and hang out.
That's the way it is.
You know what I mean? ¿Qué dice Carlito? Dice, la diferencia del NG es que la cabina es de cristal, el clásico es analógico. Yeah, okay, that's true.
Sí, Carlito, eso sí es verdad. El clásico, sí, ya en el 400 empezaron ellos a cambiar un poquito para empezar el cambio al NG. Acuérdate que en el 400 ya la parte del aire acondicionado ya son trimmer, igual que el NG.
Right.
Pero sí, ya todo lo que viene siendo los motores, todos los instrumentos de los motores, todo eso es analog en el clásico.
Así
ya
es.
En el NG todo ya es glass cockpit.
Todo
es digital.
Yeah,
señor.
So what he's saying there is basically the difference between the NG and the classic. Main thing is there's a little bit of system.
The overhead panel is pretty much 80% the same.
Yeah, it's pretty much
the big change was in the avionics, like in the front. Everything is now glass cockpit except.
Then you have electrical system change with buses. Right, generator bus versus transfer bus, and then you also have a pressurization panel change. On the NG,
air conditioning,
and the air conditioning. That's true.
Air conditioning, and it went from CSD to IDG. Also,
that's true. Yeah. So actually, when you sit down and list it all out, it is.
So if you fly in the classic, man, it will be an excellent course. Differences, to an NG,
Yeah.
And that's what we suggest, a lot of you guys, when you come to do your initial course, if you're coming direct to the NG, a lot of time I told you, hey, listen, you should be paying for the classic. It's cheaper, and then you do transition to an NG, and it's going to be way cheaper, and you're going to be qualifying from the 300 to the 900. So you have them all. Even though the classic is fading away a little bit already, but it's going to be there for a while, I think.
If for those of you that are you're thinking, should I do NG or classic? Para ustedes lo que están pensando, yo debería,
el clásico con
el clásico, el NG, claro. Entonces lo que nosotros diríamos es, what we would say is do, either one, but do a differences course. Maybe do the classic with the differences, or you could go the other way. It doesn't matter. But, understand your license, for those on Instagram watching, that's why you see me look this way.
It only says 7.3.
It only says 737.
7.3, 737. It doesn't say classic on NG. So.
It just says 737. Yeah. So, the thing later is insurance. Is the insurance provider going to cover you as a pilot to fly that airplane? That's what you need to know right there. And so if you don't have a differences course, and you're flying, let's say you did a classic type rating, you have paperwork for a classic, you never did a differences course for the NG, insurance provider probably is not going to cover you, right? Same thing vice versa. If you did an NG and then you're going to fly a classic and you don't have a differences, they're not going to cover you for that either. So that's just something to be aware of. We have a question. Somebody asked us a question here. Para ustedes, ¿qué es mejor, Airbus o Boeing?
Esa pregunta nos la hacen mucho. They're asking over here in Spanish, which one do we think is a better airplane, Airbus or Boeing? It all depends what you're used to, I guess. A lot of people, when they was born with Boeing, the transition to Airbus is big. It's a lot of changes. For the young guys, I say always the young guys, like my boy here. But if you started on an Airbus, you're coming from a 172 direct to an Airbus, all this glass cockpit, if you're going to Boeing, it might be a little bit harder
to fly it.
Or it might be to fly. But actually,
to learn it, Boeing is easier.
To learn it is easier. Boeing is easier. You don't have that many stuff. It's just any abnormal emergency, QRH. That's it.
QRH.
In Airbus, you have a lot of stuff. You have to go to the ECAM. If it's not in the ECAM, you have to go to the QRH. If it's not in the QRH, then you have to go to the FCAM. So it's a
OEBs.
OEB. It's a little bit more complicated. But flying wise, I think Airbus is more easier.
It's easier,
I think it's
so,
easier.
Carlos, para darle la respuesta a esto, I'm going to give you the answer, both English and Spanish. Primero en español, ellos me lo preguntaron en español. El Airbus, yo diría que el Airbus es más fácil volar.
Para volar es mucho más fácil.
Mucho más fácil, pero para lo que es aprender el avión, sistema es un poco más difícil. El 737, en cambio, más fácil para aprendérselo, pero un poquito más, lo que sería un poco más difícil volarlo quizás. So that's what I would say. Airbus, easier to fly, more difficult to learn, right? And the Boeing is generally easier to learn and a little bit more difficult to fly.
Ahora, la diferencia, Carlito, también es si tú te pones a pensar cuál de los dos aviones van a estar en el mercado o vamos a suponer para cuestiones de trabajo. ¿Cuál de los dos aviones están buscando más trabajo? Yo creo, no sé, Joe, ¿qué tú piensas? Creo que el Airbus está un poquitico más arriba que el NG.
Right now,
creo que,
sí.
pero esos son los dos mejores type en este momento. El A320 o el NG, cualquiera de los dos. Okay. Si me dicen cuál de los dos tú fueras a coger el type, bueno, todo depende dónde tú estás viviendo. El Airbus creo que está un poquito más arriba que el NG, pero no mucho, no mucho. No es mucho la diferencia.
Sí, no mucho la diferencia.
So we'll be talking about in Spanish here. You know, if you ask us, you know, which airplane you should be getting the type in an Airbus or 73 NG, they're both pretty much
both
equal.
pretty close.
Airbus is a little bit higher, hiring wise. You know, if you're looking for a job, I think the Airbus is a little bit higher, not much difference.
Yeah, and that's right now at the moment. Like this is kind of like, you know, cyclical.
But that's the best two type you can get right now. Airbus or NG. That's the best two type right there. Everybody's hiring for those two airplanes.
Yeah,
you know?
320 specifically.
320, yeah.
320.
I remember the type for the 320 is 19, 20, 21 anyways. You're going to get all three.
Hey, so like if you're wondering, you know, maybe you're thinking about paying for your own type rating, right? So, you know, which way do you go? Right? Should I go left or should I go right? Should I go 7.3 or should I go 320? You know, contact us, because then what we'll do is we're going to do an assessment basically of where you want to fly geographically, and then we can tell you based on our experience whether we would recommend going left or right. Yeah. So that's what we would do with that. What other question do we have, if any? I think on Instagram. Let me check over here. Instagram.
Anybody? Question. Bring it in.
Question.
Yeah. We're going to be wrapping it up like in another maybe 15, 20 minutes. All right. Anything related about training or whatever systems, you name it. Okay. Anybody else? Questions?
Componentes. Carlito está preguntando que si hay diferencia en los componentes entre el 737 y el 320. Are there any differences in components? I think of the composition.
Components, what do you mean?
Yeah, because yo creo que está él. Carlos, corriendo aquí si no estoy correcto.
¿En los componentes de qué, Carlos? ¿Tú estás hablando de los indicadores o estás hablando ya más de unidades?
Porque dice hoy en día están usando carbono en ciertas partes de
sí, ya todos los aviones más nuevos, Carlito, ya vienen todo sí. ¿Por qué? Porque es más liviano. Sí. Estás hablando en componentes, claro, es más liviano en material. Sí. Claro. Todos los aviones nuevos estos ya vienen ya.
Por ejemplo, el 787 es like
también, sí.
Yeah, it's very, very, very light airplane considering its size, you know.
Es carbon fiber, sí, esos son es más liviano, lo usan mucho en las salas también. Ese material porque es más liviano. Si es a lo que te refieres, sí. No sé si estoy dándote la respuesta correcta, si no, danos un poquitico más de detalle en los componentes. Pero si te refieres al material, sí, están usando mucho ya carbon fiber, igual que los frenos también vienen de carbón, son más livianos, un poquito más caros, pero duran más. You know, entonces,
aquí en Europa vuelan mucho la aerolínea Ryanair y eso es puro Boeing. Ryanair es 737.
Boeing.
Eso es puro 737, man.
737 NG, mucho NG clásico. En Sudamérica, ya que estamos hablando un poquitico, Sudamérica, Centroamérica, hay mucho Airbus. Yo creo que es un poquito más Airbus, dependiendo, estamos más o menos ahí 60, 40, más o menos. Estamos entre Airbus, TACA, Avianca, todos ellos son Airbus. Tienes después a Peruvian, tienes a Boliviana, que son Boeing, you know, so están más o menos parejos. En Europa, yo creo que es más Airbus, ¿cierto, Capi? Me parece.
I would say so.
También hay mucho Airbus por ahí también.
Dependiendo donde como te contamos, ¿no?
¿Dónde estás viviendo?
Si tienes esa duda, you know, nos manda una pregunta o si no nos llama cualquier de los dos y send us an email o quizás nos llama por teléfono y nosotros te guiamos lo mejor posible, ¿no? Entonces, who else? Somebody's asking here, does the 737 have any fly-by-wire technology? Not the way you think of it on the Airbus.
No. Not right now. Not the NG.
Yeah,
no.
It's hydraulic assist, right? Obviously, you have flight controls, 3,000 PSI. You got 3 systems, AB standby. And so certainly hydraulically assisted. But when you think, like, comparing it to the 320, which is kind of what we were doing a moment ago.
Completely different,
it's not, it doesn't operate in the same fashion.
Right.
So the flight control systems is, in fact, that's one of the areas that a lot of people transitioning from Boeing to Airbus have a large learning curve, is the entire flight control system, the laws, the computers, how they work.
That's one of the things that I actually like. If you ask me personally, Joe, which one I like NG. The NG is my best airplane right now. Why? I'm
Yeah.
gonna tell you why I like the NG.
Yeah.
Personally, flying it or in my experience teaching. I've been teaching the NG for a long time. The same thing like Joe.
Yeah. Yeah.
Why? Because you have a little bit of everything. It's an excellent, a little bit heavier technology,
Yeah.
and you still have cable.
Yeah.
Ailerons,
That's true.
elevator, you still have cable.
That is true.
And the rudder, you have a third system, hydraulically so. If
Yeah.
you lose all your hydraulics, hey, I still have my cables there somewhere.
That's true.
I got my ailerons and my elevator.
Yeah.
That's it. That's something you don't have on the Airbus.
Yeah.
So, but it all depends. That's my opinion.
Yeah.
I don't know what Joe's opinions is.
No, I mean, I agree. Well, I do like that. The 737 does have
The
cables.
NG is excellent
Yeah,
airplane to
Yeah.
fly is excellent, and you have a little bit of everything. Like I'm saying, it's technology, it's glass carpet, beautiful. A little bit heavier for landing, is excellent flying wise, and you still have cables.
Yeah.
So I like that. That's a peace of mind there. Something.
Well,
now, going back to the Airbus,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
If you know the system,
Yeah.
if you learn the system with One Step Prep, Joe and I, then you don't have no problem.
That's it,
Because
man.
you can go back to, manual flying in the Airbus. The thing is, how do we do that, right,
Yeah,
Joe?
yeah.
A lot of people, they don't know the system pretty good in the Airbus. That's why they're scared.
Yeah,
a lot of times, they don't know all these
Understand
normal
that.
law, alternate law, direct law, mechanical backup, all these stuff.
Abnormal attitude law.
Abnormal
what is it?
What do you have?
What other
when you
questions do we
lose
have here? Let me
something,
check these real quick. Divu here. What's going on, brother? Divu. Hey, what is he asking? Does the auto land the plane smoothly? Yes, it does.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, man. The auto land
On
works
both,
great.
on both NG or
Yeah.
Airbus.
Yeah,
Yes,
the auto land works real smooth. It's
Oh,
not, it's not. You could probably land it smoother on your own, but honestly, it does a really good job. There's two types of auto lands. Okay, fail passive and fail operational. We got a whole video on that, 32 minutes long. Okay, but the fail operational the auto land period of the 320 and the 73 as well.
Yeah,
it is smooth, right? That's
It is
the bottom
very
line.
nice.
If you're flying the airplane right now, try it. Practice it, and so that you.
Now the thing is, depending on the airline, right?
Yeah,
So depending on the airline you are flying, sometimes they don't let you do it. But anyway, once a month, pretty much a lot of the airline they have to do a Cat 3 landing
Yeah,
to see the airplane is
Yeah.
touching basic runway direction. If you're touching on the right spot, So
Yeah.
even though you're flying visual approach, you can use Cat 3
Yeah,
only
yeah.
like once or twice a month, depending on the airline you're flying.
yeah. Some airlines
It's
are
not
not
like a normal landing that you're going to use Cat 3 all the time. No,
Right.
No.
like they're not
Yeah.
certified Cat 3.
Right.
Yeah.
That's another thing. Yeah, you have to be certified. The airline has to be certified. The pilots have to be certified. The airport has to be certified.
Right.
So
Right. The runway has to be.
the runway. Yeah.
The localizer, the glide slope transmitter has to have a backup generator. You got all kinds of stuff that ties
Yeah.
into that. So that's a little beyond the scope of necessarily this show we're doing here today. But anyway, nonetheless, what else? Anything else before we wrap this
Any
thing
other
up?
question?
Yeah, we're gonna-
What about any question in Instagram over there?
Instagram,
boys.
everybody's waving over there. What's up, man? What's going on the Instagram?
Instagram boys and girls.
Let's see, Facebook, before we close this up, we're doing a live webinar at 2 p.m. So in about another 2 hours and 12 minutes. Go to 1StepPrep.com. If you're not a member right now, man, the reasons you won't pass the check right, we're going to be right here going through that stuff.
And we have a lot of new membership now. Hey, we have the elite,
The
right?
elite.
If by any chance they don't know about it, can you tell them anything a
the
little bit
elite
about the
membership
elite?
is
It's for the whole year now, huh?
annual.
It's annually, yeah, for the whole year.
Yeah, yeah.
And you're gonna be with us also for how many? What is it? 2 hours?
2 hours.
2 hours, right?
In-person prep. 2 hours.
That's part of
in-person.
that's part of
the package.
the package.
The whole
there,
deal.
Yeah, for the whole year.
Yep. So that's a good deal, man. Check that out. So, any closing comments? What else? Do you play Infinite Flight? No, brother. I don't think I've never even heard of Infinite Flight. You know what that? Yeah, we don't know. No, that's the answer to that. No, we don't.
No.
All right, man. Cool. Hey, appreciate you all tuning in. Check us out. 2 p.m. We're going to be live. If you're not a member, join us. It's an email that's going out to the members only. So we'll be live there talking about reasons why you would not pass a checking event. And that's it, man.
That's it for today. Yeah, give us a call. Remember, if you have any concern, anything, recurring, initial training coming up, give us a call.
Give us a shout.
Hey, if you're at 172, if you're flying your 172, if you're in a private, if you need a jet transition, give us a call,
Type rating prep,
Type
3
rating
day, 5
prep.
days,
That's
7
what we
days.
do. We also do that. All right. So
Yep.
don't wait until the last minute. Remember, that's one of the biggest problems you guys have sometimes. You wait until the last minute.
Yep.
All right. Give us a call so we can get you in the way that should be. All right.
All right, man. See y'all. Take care.
Peace. Love you guys. Hey, para mi gente en español, bye. No,